Welcome back to C++ programming. Today's concept is polymorphism and its types. What is meant by polymorphism? It is very important 2 marks question. What is polymorphism? Polymorphism means the ability to take more than one form. The ability to take more than one form. For example, man is single, but man has many forms. Man may be son, man may be husband, man may be father. Man is single, but it has many forms. The ability to take more than one form is called as polymorphism. There are two different types of polymorphism. One is static or compile-time polymorphism. Second one is runtime or dynamic polymorphism. Example for static polymorphism is function overloading or operator overloading. Function overloading or operator overloading. Runtime polymorphism example is function overriding. This is overloading, this is overriding. What is meant by function overloading? What is meant by overriding? Function overloading means in a program, if multiple functions having the same name but different return types, different types of data types, different number of data types, different number of parameters is called as function overloading. Function overriding means if the superclass and the subclass having the same function with the same signature. Signature means same return type, same function name, same number of parameters, same type of parameters. So there are two types of polymorphisms. One is static, another is dynamic. Static polymorphism example, function overloading. What is meant by function overloading? Function overloading means multiple functions having the same name, same function name, but different return types, different types of parameters, different number of parameters is called as function overloading. This is the function overloading program. In this program, I created 3 functions. Show. Function name is same. Return type is also same here. Sometimes we write a different return types. Here parameter, single parameter. Here 2 types of parameters, 2 parameters x and y of type integer. Here 1 parameter of type float. 3 functions having the same name but different parameters and different number of parameters. That is function overloading. These 3 are the function declarations. These 3 are the function calling, function definition, function definition, function definition. In this program, the main function is calling show function 3 times. The main function is calling show function 3 times. First time it is calling show function by passing 10. Here 10 is the integer number. Second time it is calling the show function by passing 2 integer values 10 and 20. Third time it is calling show function by passing float value, that is 12.57f. We need to specify f here. Float value. That is main is calling show function 3 times. First time when the main function calls show function, immediately the control jumps from show function to function definition. Here there are 3 function definitions. It comes back again, it checks the parameters. This function call has only 1 parameter, but here there are 2 function definitions with 2 function definition with 1 parameter, here and here. It comes back again, it checks the type of parameter. Here 10 is the integer number. It checks the integer number type parameter. Integer type of parameter, here the function definition with integer type of value. Then this function will be executed. Second time 10, 20. It searches a function with 2 parameters and the 2 parameters are integers. So this function will be executed. Third time it searches show function with single parameter and that single parameter is float value. That is while compilation, there is a link between, the control establishes link between the function call and the function definition. If the link between function call and function definition is established at the time of compilation, then the type of polymorphism is called as static polymorphism or static binding. Static binding means establishing the link between function call and function definition at the time of compiling the program. So that is, static polymorphism makes use of static binding. Here show with single parameter of type integer, show with two parameters of type integer, show with one parameter with float value. So the main calls show function 3 times with 3 different values. This is function overloading. Example for static polymorphism. Static polymorphism means the code associated with function call is identified at the time of compiling the program. Once again, the code associated with function call is identified at the time of compiling the program. That is static polymorphism.
Start.
This is the example for dynamic polymorphism. Dynamic polymorphism means the link between function call and function definition is identified at the time of running the program. Dynamic binding. The code associated with function call is identified at the time of running the program. In dynamic polymorphism, the code associated with function call is identified at the time of running the program. See here. In dynamic polymorphism, there are 2 classes, superclass and subclass. Superclass and subclass we can call base class and derived class. Here in this program, I created one superclass named as base class, subclass named as derived class. Here derived class is derived from base class. The base class has one function show, void show, simple show function. In the same way, derived class also contains show function. Same signature, return type is void, function name is show, no parameters with the same signature. If superclass and subclass, base class and derived class having the same function with the same signature, signature means same return type, same function name and same type of parameters, same number of parameters. In this situation, whenever you going to execute a function, there are 2 functions. Derived class is derived from base class. So the derived class object inherits the functions of the base class. Now derived class contains 2 functions with the same name, show and show. Now I created one object of derived class. The object name is D. If you write the statement D.show, which function will be executed? This show function or this show function? Here, the derived class object simply executes its own function by hiding superclass function. So you get the output derived class. In this situation, in function overriding, the derived class object simply hides the superclass function and executes its own function. To avoid this problem, we are making use of virtual functions. That is, I want to execute this function and this function. Both show functions I want to execute. For that, simply declare the superclass function as virtual. Virtual is the keyword of C++, which is used to declare a virtual function. Virtual stays return type function name. Right? Virtual is the keyword which is used to define the virtual function. This is the virtual function. Declare the base class function as virtual. Then there is a little bit change in the declaration of object. Here, derived D, object of derived class. We need to create extra Pointer object of base class. Pointer object here is B1. Ordinary object of base. One pointer object, one ordinary object of base class. See here. B1 is the pointer. Pointer is the variable. Simple language. Pointer is the variable. It holds the address of another variable. In the same way, pointer object is the object which holds the address of another object. B2 is the ordinary object. B1 is the pointer object. Here ampersand B2, it address, that is nothing but address of B2 that will be added, that will be stored in B1. Now B1 dot show. B1 dot show means B2 is the object of base. So immediately when you write B1 dot show, after this immediately the superclass function will be executed. The output here is superclass. Next line, B1 equal to ampersand D. D is the ordinary object of derived class. That is, the address of D will be stored in B1. Now B1 dot show. Whenever you write statement like B1 dot show, immediately the derived class function will be executed. Then you get derived class. That is, the situation here is, if you want to execute both the functions in dynamic polymorphism, both superclass and subclass contain the same function with the same signature. Whenever you execute those functions, the subclass object executes its own function by adding the superclass function. If you want to execute both the function, you need to create pointer object of superclass like this.